I thought it was amazing. My friend Robert Greenblatt, who, headed NBC and sort of helped create this show originally, called me and told me what they were thinking and said he thought it was going to be great. And he's such a classy guy. I thought, okay, if you think this is a good idea to do, I trust you. And then I spoke to the producers and the writers, and the idea is just so clever. And I love this show. I love Will and Grace. And I think it's the same kind of a show. It brings the same kind of humor and unconditional love and friendship that the I Love Lucy show did in those days. So I just thought it was a great mix, and I was very happy to promote it to CBS, who owns I Love Lucy. My brother and I do not, and make this happen. Happy that it happened. I was very young. My mother was pregnant with me when they made the pilot for the show, so I was born 6 weeks before they started filming, so I was very young. But as they got into their fifth and sixth years, I remember sitting up there in the bleachers, and my father would do the warm-up, as this gentleman is doing here, and at some point he would introduce my brother and I. And Desi was, 4, and he would get up and take this wonderful little bow, and they would say my name, and I would not be there. I had crawled under a seat somewhere. I was extraordinarily shy. That's primarily my memory of this, and the cameras, and that it was a great show. I mean, they did it like a show for the audience from the beginning to end, not a lot of stops, and it was fun to go to. I remember it was a big deal when I got to go. So this is a big deal too. Working the 3-camera live film, now it's digital, but film technique with a live audience and everything is what I grew up on. It's what I learned. It's what I loved. I thought working in show business was like that all the time. It's a great schedule. You get to rehearse a lot, and then you do it one time for an audience, and you're done. It's just like live theater. And I ended up going into live theater because that's what I like to do. It's a little bit different these days. They shoot it a little bit differently in the audiences, but it was great. I haven't done an awful lot of episodic 3-camera. I've done 1-camera shows, and it's fun to come back and do this and to work with Jim Burrows. I've been in this business 50 years, believe it or not, legitimately. And I've never gotten a chance to work with Mr. Burrows, so this was thrilling just to get a chance to meet him and to work with him and be on this fun show. This is great. Well, that's what's incredible and I thought, oh, okay, I'm going to play the factory boss. Elvia Allman was her name, that fabulous character actress, and I wanted to do her justice, make her proud, wherever you are, Elvia. But I didn't know that, I thought it would be Deborah playing my mother. And of course, they had to switch it up, and it's Sean, which is hilarious. And all I could do, not to give him a big double take in the middle of the scene, but she has seen these two dames, in previous departments, so I couldn't react like that. But yeah, Sean is hilarious as this character. I wish they were here in person today so they could answer a question like, what do they think? But I can tell you from what I know about them that they would be extraordinarily honored to be tributed this way, because really what the actors are doing an amazing job, and they're doing it to the best of their ability to stay true to the actual scripts. These are the actual scripts. But more than that, the backstage people is what I've been marveling at all week. The prop department, the real show when we were doing this conveyor belt was backstage, watching the prop guys put this stuff. Now, I was never there when that happened originally, and I really got a sense of what must have gone on. It's real chocolate, it's a real conveyor belt, how they have to speed it up, how they have to get the chocolates on. And the realistic sets that they recreated, the costume department, the hair, the wigs. This is not like, oh, we're going to do a I Love Lucy send-up like some shows have done in the past, and it's kind of making fun of the show a little bit. This is a tribute, and I'm sure my folks would just be absolutely thrilled to death to be honored in this way by a show so similar to the kind of joy and fun that they created.